morning everyone, my name is Crystal and welcome to my YouTube channel. If you like my videos, please smash the like button and please do subscribe. Here in Rochester, good morning. The sun is out and it's warmer than it was yesterday. I actually felt cold yesterday, believe it or not. It was cold and now the sun has come out. The sun is shining and it feels warm. But there's a load of clouds in the sky, so it's going to be like yesterday, I think. Last night was cool. Overnight though it got warmer. It's 21 degrees inside the flat, 21 degrees. So, good morning Tuesday. Alexa, good morning.
Good morning. On this day in 1184, the ancient city of Troy had a very bad day, involving a wooden horse, some chap with a dodgy heel, and a bloke named Odysseus taking the scenic route home.
Alexa, what's the time, please?
Good morning, Crystal. The time is 8:22 a.m.
Alexa, what's the date today?
Today is Tuesday, the 11th of June.
Alexa, can you tell me a joke?
A hot dog walks into a bar and orders a drink. The bartender says, "Sorry, we don't serve food here."
Alexa, whose birthday is it today?
Today's famous birthdays include American actor and artist Shia LaBeouf, New Zealand actress Anna Sawai, Indian politician Lalu Prasad Yadav, English actor, comedian, writer, musician and director Hugh Laurie, and basketball player Diana Taurasi.
Right, good morning everyone. So yeah, it's Tuesday. I took Max out for a walk in the evening and it was quiet on the field. There was absolutely nobody on there at all. Yesterday evening it was cooler. We had outbreaks of rain on the field, so it was cooler and it was spitting with rain as well. So really there was just me on the field, and when I came off there was nobody really hanging about being a nuisance, so I was pleased about that, to be fair. When I can get to walk my dog in peace, that's amazing for me. It doesn't upset me, I like it. So we managed to have a walk around the field, and I was able to let Max off the lead so he could run up and down a bit without worrying about, there's no joggers on there either at all. No, I think there was a couple of people coming off as I got on the field. An Asian guy was jogging, he was jogging off, an Asian man, but apart from that nobody else at all. And one woman was coming off with a dog similar to mine. I think it was another Chihuahua, but that's about it. Because there are a few people down this road that own Chihuahuas. I think they're females. Max is a male Chihuahua. He's a little boy. So I came back in and I just sat down and I decided what I want to do, and I chose to watch a Netflix film because I've got Netflix. I've got Netflix. I can watch it on the telly, I can watch it on the Alexa, I can watch it on my tablet. So I watched a film on Netflix, and the film was about someone trying to make themselves better but in the wrong way. So it was Coupons, American film about a woman, I suppose it was fraud really, fraudulently using coupons, free coupons, and she made millions out of it with she got someone to help her, and she made millions out of it. And I think there was good and bad things that came out of it, because she was trying to have a baby and she couldn't. So she made so much money that she went to a fertility clinic, and got inseminated with someone else's sperm, not her husband's, and she became pregnant at the end of it, and she divorced her husband. So she got her baby, but she lost her husband because she went to prison for about 11 months, like for fraud, because she was she got two people to do an inside job. They gave her unused coupons that hadn't been used, boxes of them, and she made money from them, you see. And you're not allowed to do that. So her accomplice got 11 days in prison, I think it was, a suspended sentence, and she got 11 months in jail. But she came out and she was pregnant and she was happy. So I liked it. I watched it right through to the end, because sometimes you get a film and you know it's going to be shit, and then you stop watching it at the beginning. I don't like a film that's really slow to start and it's boring at the beginning, and it has a really, really long introduction and you can't get into it, so I switch it off. But this film was really, 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 it was funny in parts, but it was also emotional. Because people do go through hardships in life, they do get into trouble. But it was a nice ending, so that was good. So I'm not speaking to anybody via WhatsApp or dating sites. I do notice things popping up on my phone from Facebook, and I just completely ignore it. Someone's tried to call me, an audio voice call on Facebook this morning, and all I'm getting off Facebook is hello, how are you? Hello, how are you? Hello, how are you feeling? That's all I'm getting. That's all I'm getting this morning. And my mum rang me up yesterday to tell me that Jennifer, wasn't feeling well. So I'm being bombarded with messages off Facebook popping up saying, hello, how are you? Hello, how are you? And I just don't answer them. I'm not Jennifer. I went to McDonald's. It was me that went to McDonald's on Sunday. It wasn't my mum. My mum Jennifer didn't go to McDonald's. That was me. And what I'm finding all the way round with food in Great Britain at the moment is it's got smaller in size. It tastes worse than it did before, and it costs more money. So McDonald's burgers are smaller. The fries were fine. There was plenty of fries, but the burger was smaller than it used to be. And everything's much smaller, but you're paying more money for it. Does everybody else find that? The food tastes worse than it ever did. The food is smaller, but you're paying much more money for what, and it's not worth it. We're not getting value for money. Rich people can go into McDonald's and buy, 50 burgers and satisfy their appetite. But if you're poor and on a low income and you can only afford one burger, it's bloody tiny. And why does McDonald's food always come out cold? Why is it just, I don't know how they managed. It's cold, isn't it? It's lukewarm or cold. It's never hot. The thing is, for the average poor person, right, it's a place to go, it's a place to sit and have fun and time with your family. And it's cheaper than a restaurant, a high price restaurant. But, you know, and also the staff don't give a shit, do they? They don't give a shit. So you get your food thrust at you. It's not presented properly because the staff are unhappy because the wages are probably shit. And I have never ever seen a cleaner with such dirty clothes as I saw on Sunday. The cleaner had a large stain on her trousers at McDonald's. I think she was the cleaner. Well, maybe she wasn't because she was serving the food and she had a massive stain on the back of her trousers. I notice things, you see. Yeah, whether that's a good or bad thing, I don't know. I'd make a good police officer, although I would never want to be one. That's where I put my butterfly. That's my ant. That's from Aldi, the ant. And there's my ladybird. Put my rose in the plant hanger. So I'm not telling anyone where I actually am or what I'm doing anymore. And then you keep them guessing, right? That's why I'm having about 50 messages. How are you? Where are you? Are you okay? How are you feeling? That's all they keep doing on Facebook. How you doing? What you doing? What you up to? I mean, these people don't really care. They're just people on social media. They don't even know me. They've not shaken my hand. They've not seen me in real life. Makes you wonder what they're worried for, doesn't it? I'm not going out to the co-op this morning. I haven't been in there since Sunday, so this is the second day of not going into the co-op. I don't want to buy a load of shit, and I want to just... It's very, very hot, and in the hot weather everything goes off. We know that. The bread, the milk, cat food as well. You can't leave cat food out for long because it just brings out the insects, the hot weather, the flies and the fucking wasps and the midges. The one insect I hate in the whole world right now is flies. Flies, what is their purpose? You know, flies, right? And the baby fly is a maggot. So flies like rotten food for some reason, or they like left out food. They love it, don't they? Flies love left out food, and then they lay their eggs in fucking food, right? So this is why shops have to cover food up. Including, I mean, people think, oh, a fly's not going to land on a donut, a fly's not going to land on a banana, but they fucking do. They do. So flies lie on fruit, This is why all supermarket fruit should be covered up, and cakes. The flies love sticky things. So cakes, fruit. This is why they tell supermarkets to cover up food, because flies lay their eggs on left out food. They do. So it's flies at the moment, flies. Where they come from I don't know, but they love shitty smells and disgusting bits of leftover food left out, and they fly on it, lay eggs, and then you've got fucking food and shit wriggling with maggots, and I hate maggots, I hate them. Anything rotten a fly loves. Rotten flesh, rotten meat, anything rotten, it loves it. Because it shits on it basically and lays its fucking eggs. Alexa, LBC Radio.
LBC London from Global Player.
And at that moment, we rescued the three men, and in the parallel to that, simultaneously, they had to go into this house of where Noah is staying, and that went kind of smooth operation, and the obstacle started when they start to evacuate, when going out, because from that moment, when it became noisy, so imagine that all the area wake up in a way that start shooting, rockets, shooting, mass shooting. So they had to evacuate. The cars were armed, stuck, and we had to get all the full assistance from the Air Force, ground forces, in order to evacuate. And at that time, it took like 20-25 minutes till the helicopters left the place.
What measures are taken to try and limit the number of civilian casualties, Major General?
Well, first of all, only the very close area has been kind of like a firewall in order to give them a corridor so they can move safely in that place. We were happy if none of those civilians even were armed, but just this morning was released some of the response of this negotiation efforts going on. What Yihya Sinwar is writing to his people, that for him, the situation, that the international community, kind of a reverse thinking, that putting the pressure on Israel, which we were attacked on in the 7th of October, where there was a ceasefire on the 6th of October, and he said, as much as civilians are being killed, for us, this is the path to our main goal, because the international pressure on Israel is something that we are for it, and he's holding the deal, which is on the table. Yesterday, the UN Security Council approved a deal which can actually solve this main issue, which is the obstacle for more strategic agreement, just to bring our hostages back home.
Can you confirm it has been reported that sadly 3 hostages were killed in the operation? Is that correct, Major General?
I'm familiar with that report of the Palestinians. We know that there is a very, let's say, psychological pressure which they put in against Israel. I will be surprised if it's true, but again, we can't say because we don't know. I can't confirm it. I can say that Israel is all the time searching for a deal in order to put this hostages issue in a very large deal. The Prime Minister actually agreed on. Even politically, he's not saying it loudly, but we know the papers which were leaked yesterday this is an offer which was given to President Biden. Biden put it out a week ago, and yesterday it was approved in the Security Council. The main pressure have to go into Hamas, which cynically using civilian as a shield, and protect their terrorists. And
finally, Major General, what is the number you believe of hostages that are still held by Hamas?
Any number can be true, but I think at least 50% they are still alive, and even more. And we will do any efforts. Me personally, I think we have to achieve a diplomatic and a political agreement so we can achieve this goal of bringing the hostages back. Innocent people were taken there as from the festival, from their houses with pajamas, babies and women and innocent people. And secondly, to achieve even larger strategic path, going with this initiative of President Biden with Saudi against the Shia involvement, Iran inside.
I'm grateful for your time. I must leave it there. Major General, thank you. David is a retired Major General, President and former commander of Yamam. That's the Israeli National Counterterrorism Unit within the IDF. The team, one of the teams responsible for the hostage rescue of the weekend. Now, so many of you are furious with me. Oman, Shaz Sadoa, Steve, everyone saying they killed 200 innocent people. Let's just pause, shall we? We don't know that that figure is correct, 200 innocent people. And if you read detailed reports, you'll know that in response, Hamas started firing rocket grenades at the Israeli vehicles. Now, if you start firing rocket grenades in densely populated areas, and I'm not suggesting for a moment that sadly Israeli gunfire probably did kill people, but I'm damn certain you start firing rocket grenades at moving vehicles, you're going to kill people as well. So the idea that Israel or Israeli forces killed all those people is clearly ridiculous, just as it would be absurd for me to pretend that they didn't kill some of the people. And it is appalling that anyone had to die, whether Israeli, Palestinian or anything, is appalling. But ask yourself this. If Hamas didn't hide these hostages within densely populated areas, then these people would not be being shot at, would they? The Palestinians who are just trying to go to their marketplace and buy whatever they needed for the weekend wouldn't walk back and suddenly be hit by a Hamas rocket grenade. Why don't you think about it? We might return to that, but we're coming to domestic matters, which is unsurprising as we have that general election on. Who's been holding on? Lisa is in Reading. Lisa, thank you for holding on. The impact for you by this policy, if it goes ahead, or probably when it goes ahead, if it goes ahead. Good morning.
Hi, good morning. So I've got 3 children with additional needs, and there is no state schools that have got spaces at the moment. My daughter is 12 and she's having to walk 10 minutes to the local bus stop, getting a 45-minute ride bus, and then another 10-15 minutes to school.
Right.
And in the school that we found for, it's totally oversubscribed, and the only class that she can be put into is where she's been put. And with all the noise and the behaviour problems that they've got at the moment, they're just
What is the impact of that? What is the impact of that?
Well, she has to sit there with ear defences on.
I see.
And that's the only solution they've got. They have not got the time for her. They haven't the resources. These schools do not have. If you can find a space in a school that's maybe an hour away for your child, because all your local schools are oversubscribed, that these poor teachers, honestly, what they have to deal with today with the increased behaviour problems with a lot of children is horrendous. On the other side, I've got 3 children. A lot of parents, because of their children with additional needs like myself, we are being forced into the private sector. And
what do you find there, just briefly, Lisa, when you go, if you're able to fund it, what is awaiting you there?
If you're able to find it, you are not talking about 15 in a class. You're talking about between 20 and 25 in a class. That's what we're paying for. We're paying for £16,000 a year. That's the cheapest private school I can find in
Right.
my house. And you're talking about between 20 and 25 in a class.
Lisa, I have to end it there because we're already late to the news. That is another compelling offer that is made if you're able to, of course, noting, of course, as you rightly said, Lisa, you can fund it. We will return to this. Also, are you one of the 300,000 victims who have your bicycle